Hey guys, go ahead and grab a pen and paper if you don't have it already, because I'm gonna be sharing some stuff with you today that you might want to take some notes on. So go grab that real quick. Okay, let's get started. I am happy to bring this to you. I'm so glad we saw the PowerPoint. We did this team call and it did not get recorded. So I want to be sure that I pass on this information. Now, Alyssa and I got to partner up February 17th to co-lead a Bombshell Dynasty call. The cool thing about us, first of all, my name is Brittany Leggett. We have so much in common. We have both just been in the business for 1 year, 12 months time when I'm doing this call. And we both finished the year as elite 5-star diamond coaches. So we chatted, we've been planning, we've been sort of talking to each other throughout the year, and it's crazy how many things we have in common. We are very different, our styles are very different, but the things that led us to success are very common. So I wanted to make sure that I share that with you guys. Now, the first part of the call is Alyssa's call, so she did an excellent job sharing from the heart. So I am unfortunately not going to be able to share as much as she did, but I'm going to touch on what she touched on. So just bear with me. So like I said, my name is Brittany Leggett. I am a nurse. I'm 28 years old. I'm a military wife. I have no children yet, just fur babies. My coach is Lindsay Matway, the #1 coach in Beachbody. And Lindsay and I had the same wedding photographer. So that's how I found her on Facebook. I saw that she was in some way tied to P90X, and I had just started it again for the 3rd time. So I reached out to her, and then she invited me to her challenge group. And right there, I found that I fell in love with the challenge group setting, with the support in the community. So 2 weeks later, I became a coach for the discount, and then I learned the business model, and I've never stopped. I went all in. I have no crazy transformation, which I'll get to in a minute. I've lost about 17 pounds total, but it's not some extreme transformation like some. So that's just a quick background on me. Let me switch slides right here. So like I said, Alyssa and I have a lot of things in common. One of the things is so important for success at any point in your Beachbody business, whether you're a new coach or a veteran coach, is just the power of dreaming big, believing in yourself and doing whatever it takes. So for us, the thing that we had in common is there was never a question whether or not this was going to work. Once I learned the business model, once Alyssa knew what she was getting to, there was no option. It was going to work, period. Both feet were in, head first, and we went all in. So we jumped big. It's unheard of usually for someone to go from sign up to 5-star elite within a calendar year, but both of us did it. So it's proof that it is possible, and the common denominator was dreaming big. So again, I'm not going to go into as much depth as Alyssa did. I'm sure she'll do her part of the recording soon, but I just wanted to touch on that. We had that in common. Both of us dreamt big. You know, there was no question it was going to work no matter what. Second thing is both of us are Success Club 10 All-Stars, which I think is so crazy. So a Success Club All-Star is when you achieve Success Club for 12 consecutive months, and you can be either in Success Club 5 All-Star or Success Club 10 All-Star. So a Success Club 10 All-Star is someone who has achieved Success Club 10 for 12 consecutive months. And as you know, Alyssa and I are both only been in the business for 12 months, so it's just proof that both of us got Success Club 10 from the beginning, which is crazy. So the other thing that we had in common that Alyssa did such a great job sharing is that we practice the 3 vital behaviors daily, no matter what. We invite and we share. We are proof that the products work, which is what it means when you say a product of the product. You have some sort of progress towards healthy living. And then we prioritize personal development. So I just wanted to touch on that, something else we had in common. Something else we have in common, first of all, we're both nurses, which is crazy. And then second of all, the things that we post on social media are not links and posters of, you know, this is only $19.95 or you can save $80 this month or whatever. Our posts add value. And no, we weren't perfect at this. You learn as you go, but every post is with having in mind the person that you're trying to talk to. So Alyssa posted this great Facebook post about, drinking enough water. I posted something about skincare. This was when I was in Hawaii, so my beach needs for healthy living. So, people don't really care how much you know until they know how much you care, right? So this is just an example of that. Not trying to be salesy, just adding value. And then a cornerstone of the business, and Alyssa does a great job talking about this, so make sure you check out her YouTube and her Facebook page for more info on this, but leading successful challenge groups. Challenge groups are the bread and butter to your business. So this is one of her challengers, Amy, which is crazy. She's lost crazy weight, right? I mean, that's an incredible transformation. As you know, I don't really have to say much about that. And then these crazy girls on the right are some of my challengers. We did an 80s themed workout where they had to dress up in an 80s outfit. They had to do their workout in that gear, take pictures of themselves. And then I had my Facebook page vote who had the best outfit, and that person won a cute workout tank top and some sweet gear. So just make sure that you are paving the way for successful challenge groups. Don't just stick to the same old template. Change things up. Try new things. Think out of the box. Make sure that you're keeping track of your challengers. Make sure that you are taking the initiative as their coach to figure out what you can do to help them. So again, I'm not going to elaborate too much on that because that's Alyssa's sweet spot, but the key is we have successful challenge groups. Not every challenge group is a home run, but the challengers that you have in that group you're connecting with, and that they are your priority and your focus. So Alyssa already had a transformation before. She did Insanity, I believe, before becoming a Beachbody coach. So this is what she looked like as a Beachbody coach. So we have sort of a different view here. As you know, I started a challenge group with Lindsay in January. 2 weeks later, I became a coach. So I was only 2 weeks into my challenge into P90X when I became a coach. So I didn't have much of a transformation. But the thing is, I started to share results when I was just a customer. So I just continued to do that. This is my 19-day progress with really just Shakeology and 1 week of P90X. So I shared this on my Facebook. Yeah, it's really uncomfortable. I wasn't proud of that, but I was proud of the small steps I was taking, and I knew that somebody could relate to that. So, no transformation is needed for your success. Alyssa didn't have some crazy transformation after she became a coach, and I didn't have some crazy transformation. I was still, on my journey when I became a coach. So that's just one example of how we were the same as well. Neither one of us had this crazy transformation. And then being proof of the lifestyle. So Alyssa goes to the gym a lot. She's training for a competition right now. She doesn't do Beachbody programs traditionally. She knows that they work. She's done Insanity. She does all the programs, but she just does them a little bit differently. Versus me, I do them traditionally. I use the calendar. I only work out at home. So that's something that we differ. But either way, we share the lifestyle. She does the P90X workouts at the gym, that sort of stuff. So we are doing our best to demonstrate fitness and to be proof that the products work. Okay, into my section here. So one of my strongest points of how, the whole theme is success leaves clues, right? So how did we do what we did in a year's time? And I firmly believe that these are some of the common themes in my business and in my downline. So I just want to make sure I share that with anyone who wants to learn. So the first thing is to attract quality coaches. Don't be afraid to say what you're looking for. Have you done that activity where you list the attributes of your ideal coach? Things like fun, driven, determined, resilient, honest, or positive. If you haven't done that, make sure you do that today. Just list 10 or so, attributes of your ideal coach, and then grade yourself. How fun are you? How genuine are you? How driven are you? How determined are you? How positive have you been? Make sure that you are being your ideal coach first, and then look for those people as well. You will never sign up a coach who's better than you, most likely. You most likely will not attract a coach who is better, more efficient, more positive, more whatever than you. So make sure that you are being your ideal coach first. Use it as your gut check every day. Am I being genuine right now with this post? Or am I just being desperate for a Success Club point? Am I being honest? Am I being positive? So just use that as your gut check. Today, I'm going to be genuine. Today, I'm going to be driven. Today, I'm going to make sure the activities that I do show that I'm being positive and I'm trying my best. So that's my first point, is to attract quality coaches. Next thing, you've heard Lindsay Matway say this, and I have adopted this as another key phrase in my downline. Make sure that you're working with the willing, right? So if you walk, I'm going to walk. If you run as a coach on my team, I'm going to run with you. If you sprint to Success Club 10 and 5-star elite, I'm going to be right there with you. I am not going to ignore any text message that you send me. I'm going to be available to you because your success is just as important to me as it is to you. So I want to make sure, though, that my downline knows that I'm not going to be dragging anybody along. No matter what, this train is leaving, right? So respect that everyone has their own process, but set the standard for your business. You are going to work with the willing, okay? And at first, this is a little bit tricky because there might not be too many people to work with, but that's okay. Just keep adding to your team. This train is leaving, like I said, so hop on. I'm going to go either way. Put your stake in the ground. Share what you're going to do and invite people to come with you. But no matter what, whether they come or they don't, you're going to make this happen. So share what you're doing. Share what you're working to accomplish. And share with enthusiasm that you want them to come with you. But no matter what they decide, you're going. So do not focus on the ones who aren't ready. That's first of all draining. Second of all, it takes the fun out of it, right? So always add to your team and invest in the movers. The movers are the ones that are going to create the most waves in your business anyways. Your time is very, 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 very valuable. No matter how many kids you have or don't have, your time is valuable. So make sure that you value your own time and you set this as a standard in your business. Whatever works for you in your business, work with the willing. Don't be drugged down by the people who say, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, and then they quit. And then they say, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, and they quit. Those people, they get a lot of chances for sure. And I'm always ready and willing to help them when they're ready, but I'm not going to be messaging them every 3 days saying, oh, you ready yet? Oh, how's it going? No. Focus on the positive. Focus on the movers. Again, it's so much more fun to be talking with and working closely with people who want to move with you and who want to grow. So another thing that Alyssa and I had in common, we were resourceful. Period. Being resourceful is only up to you. One of my diamond coaches, Marissa, has 5 children, very busy husband. She is a wonderful example of this, and this is sort of her token phrase that I stole from her that I love. We all have the same 24 hours in the day, right? You decide how you're going to prioritize them. If you are going to use the excuse that you're a busy mom, then hey, that's completely up to you. If you are going to say, hey, I am a busy mom, but this business is going to give me more freedom as a busy mom, then that's up to you. It's completely in your court, right? So be resourceful. This pretty much goes without saying, but do not wait for anyone to give you the answer or give you the training. You have so many resources at your fingertips. It's nuts. And again, it's something that Alyssa and I did the same. It was our same standard. We did not miss a single call. We did not miss a team call. It didn't matter what the topic was or who was speaking. We were there, right? You are not better than the person that's teaching. I am not better than the person who is teaching me. You can learn from everyone's experiences. So again, we did not miss a call. It's not about being perfect. It's about prioritizing what you know is going to grow you as a leader and invest in your business. And being on those team calls will do that. We just didn't miss a call. We were busy. I worked full-time as a nurse when I became a coach. And I prioritized team calls and national wake-up calls. The recordings are available like within an hour or so of both of these calls. So if something happens or if you're at work and you can't listen live, then there's absolutely no reason why the recording shouldn't be listened to within 1 week. Within a week, put it on your calendar. It's a date that you have with your recording and it needs to be done. You may sacrifice sleep. You may sacrifice TV or some social events, but prioritizing these calls and learning these experiences will pay you back on your investment and on your sacrifice. Reaching these milestones and taking initiative to brainstorm with your upline is like the most freeing thing. Don't wait for your upline to contact you. If you want to brainstorm, then contact your upline. Say, hey, I want to throw this idea around. What do you think? That's what your upline is for. And I can promise you, 99% of uplines love that. We love it when coaches have their own ideas and they have their own things going on that they just sort of want to bounce ideas off of. What we don't want is for you to message your upline every single question that can be found in the FAQ or learned on a team call or whatever. So make sure that you're being resourceful. So along with that, make sure that you research and observe. The leaderboards for 2014 are up. You can go in the Coach Online office and check it out. These elite top 10 coaches, top 25 coaches, you should be looking at that list and seeing who you relate to and who has inspired you, who do you look up to, who has been where you are, and follow them. Follow them on social media. Don't inundate their inbox with a ton of questions about what they do or how they did their blog, but just follow them. Watch what they do. See what works. See how their personality is fitting into what they're doing, and then do the same, but do it with being you. So these are some of the people that I followed. Melanie Mitro's YouTube videos. Scotty Hobbs has a blog that is like such a library of information. Like every coach call like ever is on there. Katie Hefner's blog. Obviously Lindsay Matway's Facebook page. These things are absolutely like your form of books to study, to watch, to observe. If you want to grow, you need to be surrounding yourself with people who have been where you are and who are ahead of you, who are doing it right, who are succeeding. You got to learn. I swear, so much information is public. Our team is known for sharing information. We don't keep things secret. Most of us, anyways, don't keep things secret. We believe in the law of abundance, and if we figured something out that works well for us, most of us are very willing to share. So, these are the people that I followed. So make sure you identify the people that you want to follow. Next thing that I feel is very important to my success and to my team's success is to focus on activities that move your business forward, not just business activities. So let me say that again. Focus on the activities that move your business forward, not just business activities. So don't just react. An example of this is just constantly just responding to emails, complaints, and questions. We can get obsessed with checking our inbox, especially as new coaches. I know I did this. Every sale is exciting because it represents a life that's changed. And it's not wrong to be excited about a sale at all. That's not what I'm saying. But it is just as important for you to prioritize new ideas for your business. Prioritize that time to brainstorm creative things that reflect you and your personality and what your market wants. So prioritize adding to your team, no matter what the size is. Recruiting is always key. No matter how many star diamond you are, how many successful points you are, recruiting should be a focus. Now, Power Hour. This is how I grew my business while being a full-time nurse. My husband was also in a special forces training. I was incredibly busy. Power Hour is where it's at. I have a video on my YouTube if you haven't seen it yet, how to grow your business while working full-time. And it doesn't have to be working. Maybe you have a full-time, responsibility with home or whatever it is. If you work from a list, from this Power Hour, and you do this daily, 1 hour, it's right here. Add 2 people a day, connect with 5 people from your list, send 2 invites daily, respond to messages, connect with your coaches, check with the Facebook page, check in with your coach training group, check the Coach Online office, and then schedule posts. If you do that every day, you're not going to be spending endless time just scrolling through Facebook. Your time's going to be spent on activities that move your business forward when you only have a small time. So avoid the Facebook scroll and use a to-do list. Again, we have little time. Any of us with families or with full-time jobs or really anything, everyone has responsibility. We have little time. So we have to focus on activities that will actually move us forward. Stop doing the things that don't matter. That's like Facebook scrolling. And start making sure you're implementing the vital behaviors, which is what's going to move your business forward. So Power Hour if you need it. Most people need it. Quick word to the introverts. I am an introvert. It might not seem like I'm an introvert because I'm growing in this area, but I'm definitely an introvert. A lot of us, so in some cases, extroverts have this wonderful way of bringing people along with them. They have this way of making things that they do seem really fun, exciting, and inviting, and they have a great special way of including others. As introverts, that can be a little bit harder for us, right? So again, I am an introvert. So I'm not all about hey, come over to my house and do a workout with me. It makes me nervous, right? So you don't have to be holding some huge megaphone for people to be listening to you though. It starts with you, right? So the way you live your life consistently and the things that you share will be valuable to others. So just focus on that. Focus on reading, listening, or watching personal development every single day. No exceptions. This is the easiest thing to put off, and it's the thing that will hurt your business the most. If you are delaying personal development, your business will not grow. I'll say it again. If you're delaying personal development, you and your business will not grow. So what do people ask you about often? People ask you about, I don't know, organizing or tax tips. It could be anything. Car trouble, decorating, how you organize your kids' toys. I don't know, anything. Like anything that you find that people are asking you about, share that and figure out how to make it into a post on your Facebook that's valuable, that's eye-catching, and that adds value to people. So something that I did every single day in San Diego when we lived in our one-bedroom upstairs apartment with 3 animals, sat on my balcony every morning at 10:30 a.m. after my workout, and I visualized my why every single day. I, again, have a YouTube video about deconstructing your why and how to visualize, but that is something that made a huge difference in my business. Every single morning, I visualized being 5-star. Every single morning. I wasn't even close to 5-star when I started visualizing, but I prepared my mind to go there before I actually achieved it. There will be bad days. There's this misconception, Facebook looks perfect and pretty sometimes. Trust me, every new coach has struggles, breakdowns, feelings that they can't do it. Every new coach, every veteran coach feels that way. You're not the only one. Trust me. You're not the only one that has a flopped challenge group. I had a challenge group that I was going to do for Valentine's Day, and I had 0 people sign up. 0. So don't worry about it. There will be bad days. We all have a lot of no's, but you have to ask yourself, what is it going to take? How far will you go to find the next you? And I got to ask you, whose life is this? Right? Whose life is this? Are you trying to accomplish your friends' dreams who doubt you, or are you trying to accomplish your family's dreams? I believe the one factor that sets us apart, it sets apart the successful people from the unsuccessful people, and it's just resiliency. It's the refusal to quit. It's the choice to go from plan A to plan B, then to plan C, and then D, and then E. So trust me, there will be bad days. Get a success partner that you can vent to. Make sure not everybody has a supportive family either. If you have a supportive family, count yourself blessed and thank them every day. If you don't have a supportive family, that's what your team is for. It's fine. They'll come around. You just have to show them first, okay? Moving on to the last slide. So this was me, might be you. I said, I don't know how to lead, but my advice to you is to lead anyway. Most of us are not ready to lead a team when we become coaches. The majority of us have very little knowledge on what it takes to be a good leader. This is the deal though. Whether you like it or not, you are a leader. Leadership, I believe, starts before you even start adding coaches to your team. You have the ability to be a leader to your fellow coaches, to your whole team. When one person shares something of value or something that helped you, if you share that with your team or with YouTube or with the universe or whatever, if you share that, then you are a leader. Leaders go first, and sometimes that means leaders fail first. So be ready to fail. It's not a big deal. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means you're still on your way to find success. So leaders go first, and that sometimes means you have to be willing to fail first. So it is our responsibility to do our best to grow, to always learn, and to not leave our coaches without a leader. If somebody signs up under you, you better not leave them hanging. It's not just your life that could be forever changed and blessed. It's the people's lives on your team. You might not have the deep belief in this business like I do, but I can tell you with 150% belief, this business can completely change somebody's life, somebody's child's life. It could change an entire generation of lives. So don't leave your people hanging. You don't have to know everything, but be willing to learn. Learn how to lead. We have to get over it. Find personal development that helps you learn what skill sets to develop in order to lead a team well. That's what your upline is for. Your upline has been there. None of us know how to lead at first. I mean, some of us do, I guess, but not many of us are just scholars in the leadership field. So don't worry about it. Just learn how to lead anyways. Take one step at a time. You're going to fail and you're going to keep going. That's the mark of a leader. You just keep going. So I hope this helps you. If it helps you, leave some feedback for us. If it doesn't help you, I'm sorry. Thanks for listening anyways. Any comments or questions are always welcome. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Bye.